I don't know if you understand this, but offseason never sleeps. Georgia football is always here, and this just in. We will forever be talking about NIL and transfer portal.
Yep.
Because now let me make sure the NCAA is a rotten organization that made us have to get here to try to fix their own depraved, sorry excuses of jobs. So if you don't like this, too bad. Also, we got a bunch of names to rotate through next on Locked On Bulldogs.
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Bulldogs podcast, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's episode brought to you by PrizePicks. We love them. More on them in a moment. Reports of our demise have been greatly exaggerated. We are, in fact, not dead. No. We are still here, recovering by the day, not from a loss of the football team that we cheer for. That's fine.
We've been used to getting over that for a while, so we're fine.
We're doing fine on that front, but from actual illnesses. So thank you to everyone who has wished us well. Thank you, by the way, to all the Alabama fans that continue to download old episodes of the podcast. People don't realize this, but old episodes of the podcast also contribute. They also fund us, and so we just want you to know,
Alabama fan.
We sincerely. You hurt our feelings so much. Boo-hoo, please stop. Oh, no, it hurts. Oh, no, we're so soft. We don't like it when you make fun. Please stop doing it. Whatever you need to hear, I'll say it so that you will just keep patronizing the show and paying for our next vacation. So thank you to everyone who has done that. Thanks to everybody, to the 199 who are with us. Getting some people sending us emails about off-season topics. So we're starting to accumulate those. Clint, we're bringing back the Trevies this year.
My gosh.
Just let you know that's happening.
Right,
the Trevies are coming back.
When we were on another platform doing a live show, Daniel, and guy in chat hits us with literally Trevor. That was the best. That was highlighted.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Trevies are coming back. If you have off-season topic ideas, send them to us, lockedonbulldogs@gmail.com. We are collecting those, and we will get to them. Right now, it's transfer portal season, and so we are talking about all manner of names. Some names are names that have already hit the portal. Some names are names that maybe are not going to hit the portal. And then some names are names that are they or are they not going to go to the NFL draft? That's where we'll start, and we'll start with the name Ladd McConkey. There's been some speculation around.
Lots of prognostication happening.
People staring into some candles, looking at, wearing a robe or two, making some speculated opinions known that they think possibly Ladd McConkey might be thinking about coming back to the University of Georgia. Now, it is maybe noteworthy that Ladd has not announced any decision for the NFL, but a lot of players haven't announced that decision officially for the NFL yet. It's still pretty early in the process, and there's a lot of players, that haven't made that decision public, even if it's been made. So I'll just ask you, Clint, before we get to, because actually it's been interesting seeing some people's opinions on this. There are people who have said, boy, if Ladd McConkey came back, that would be insanely incredible news for the University of Georgia. And then I actually saw some people's opinions that were like the opposite of that. Like if Ladd McConkey came back, it could actually hurt the University of Georgia because it might infringe on guys like Dylan Bell and Ra Thomas and Dominic Lovett stepping into their roles. First of all, that opinion is ridiculous. So
did that infringe upon Ra,
exactly,
Dylan Bell, and Dom Lovett? Did it infringe upon them in all this last season? No, it did not.
Plenty of playing time to go around. So your thoughts on it would obviously be good news if Ladd decided to come back.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on how big of a deal it would be for Georgia? How much do Georgia fans need to be hoping and praying that this happens versus just, oh, it would be nice if it were to happen?
This is very, very similar in importance of the offense and what they're able to do skill set wise, skill level, I should say, not set, skill level, is Brock Bowers when he was injured. We said the offense is going to keep churning out points, and the offense did keep churning out points. When he came back, it's obviously a boost. He's the best player in college football. Okay. Similar with Ladd. When he comes back, if he came back, yeah, it'd be fantastic. Do we need it to make or break our season? No, we do not. We don't need it to make or break our season. We have studs in the wide receiver room, yet that are going to be fine. We have a name that we might drop a little later of who just got off a visit to Georgia, who might be a Ladd McConkey just prototype plug and play, just right on in. So we're talking about that. Ladd's going to go make some money, and he's going to make a team, and he's going to be fine. Let's get to
let's cut to the chase.
Okay, let's cut to the chase. It would be great if he came back. He's not coming back. It's not going to make or break our season. It'd be great if he did. All of that is true. The truth of the matter is Ladd McConkey is going to go get drafted. He's going to go make an NFL roster, and he's going to be a fantastic receiving weapon for an NFL team for many years to come.
Guys, Ladd's size and skill level, quickness level, burst ability, 10 years ago, they were not a commodity in the NFL. They were not a draftable commodity. And so Ladd McConkey would have had a 5th, 6th round grade on any of these NFL teams. But NFL GMs have realized, oh, wait, it turns out that number one, it's illegal to be Ed Reed and Sean Taylor in the NFL these days. It's illegal to do that.
You get sent away, fined, and then asked not to come back for several games.
And so we don't have to worry about the fact that receivers need to be durable. They need to be bigger body. They need to be, no, we can have more slight, speedy, sudden change of direction, great route runner, great hands. Ladd McConkey checks all the boxes. He's going to make an NFL roster. He's going to make a lot of money, and he's going to go ahead and start doing it, I believe, this year rather than wait until next. And so I don't anticipate Ladd's coming back. I do agree with you. It would be a huge boost to the offense. Great continuity for Carson Beck. If he decides to come back, which by the way is still waiting on that. But don't expect it to happen. And quite frankly, don't think we need it to happen because of a lot of the other names that we've mentioned, not just guys that we're going to bring in. And I do expect Georgia to bring in a pass catcher on, in this transfer portal class
profile right now.
But also because of the names we already have. We've seen, Rara, Dominic, Dylan Bell.
Yes, thank you.
Like these are guys that are ready to come, to step in and seamlessly take over this Georgia offense.
The name that I'll give you before we go to the second segment is this London Humphreys, Vanderbilt, just got off a 3-day visit to Georgia, said, I get to compete against the best of the best every single day over here at Georgia and get better. I was at Vanderbilt. I am fast. I am very quick.
I have players seem to be visiting Athens these days. Some of them are Humphrey size. Some of them are significantly larger individuals that maybe we'll talk about on a future show coming up. We got six, other 7, transfer portal names to talk about. Other guys leaving, coming, staying, going, all of those things and more right after this.
This is, in fact, eBay Motors. The right part, the right fit, the right prices. eBay guaranteed fit, only available to U.S. customers. Here's what you do. Go on to ebaymotors.com. You put your make, model, year of car in there. Then you go shopping. You just peruse all the aisles of eBay, Daniel. Yeah. And if you're an Alabama fan, you peruse, you put the shopping cart in there, and then you realize you can't purchase all the things that you're in there for, no matter if they fit or not. And you have to.
Well, some of them have homes all across the country. They've got properties of various ilks. So they would be able to do quite a bit, substantially more than you're thinking.
But they won't be able to. But you and I can. We can go to eBay Motors, put it in our make, model, year, and peruse for lights, for engine parts, for bumpers, whatever you need, eBay Motors has it, and it's the right part, the right fit, the right price. We love them. You should love them too. eBay Guarantee Fit, only available to U.S. customers. ebaymotors.com right now. Daniel, another name that is in the portal already. This has been declared. This is in. Ladd McConkey not going portal. He's going draft. This player in the portal.
Well, that's our speculation.
That's
not been announced. Yeah,
that is not breaking news. We are just reading all the tea leaves.
Not insiders, not gurus. Famously, please do not call.
Love all
we
that is
homers. We are Georgia.
I'm a
fans.
fan. He's a fan. Welcome to the show. Here's what we do know. Makai Mews is in the portal.
That's
he has taken his talents and put himself in the portal to be claimed, hopefully, by another school with hopefully, Daniel, a scholarship. Now, this is the easiest question I'm going to pose to you, Daniel. Are you happy for Makai Mews to be in the portal?
Well, there are people who are confused why Makai Mews is in the portal, as if he has everything he could ever want at Georgia. Let me explain something to you.
Okay.
Even if Georgia offered Makai Mews a scholarship, even if he was on scholarship for the coming football season, which is not a guarantee for Makai Mews.
It's not.
But even if he were, wide receivers, Clint, and this is an interesting fact about them that you could just file away for later in case it comes up on a trivia show. Wide receivers enjoy receiving the football. They enjoy playing wide receiver. Not only is Anthony Evans the number one option at punt returner next year for the University of Georgia, as he showed in the SEC championship game after taking a red shirt this year, it will be Anthony Evans most likely returning punts for Georgia next year. But there's not a spot for Makai Mews to get significant snaps at receiver moving forward on this team. He wants to go somewhere where his talents are going to be put to use, where he's going to play every down. Yes, he'll return punts. Yes, he might return kicks, but he wants to be out there playing in the slot, playing receiver, taking end arounds, used as an H-back. He's a versatile weapon that some schools are going to have a good time using. I like this for Makai Mews. I'm happy for him. Couldn't be more excited for him. And I love, to be honest with you, on Twitter, if you go follow his Twitter account, he's just out there posting every offer that he gets. And so you can just plainly see he's got offers from Georgia Tech. He's got offers from Syracuse. He's there's Power 5 schools out there, and he's going to have an opportunity to go and compete. We saw that last year with a guy like Don Blaylock, went to Georgia Tech and was able to get a much more significant role on a team, by the way, that is going to a bowl game and had a reasonably successful season. Good for him. This is great for Makai Mews. If you're a Georgia fan, you should not be confused by this at all. He doesn't have a place on this roster, and guys don't just want to wear the G and sit when there is no prospect for them, no future for them. Makai Mews is not an NFL player.
Nope.
College football is the pinnacle of his sporting career. So why would he want to not go somewhere where he's not going to play? This is it for him. Of course he wants to play. So good for him. Go and enjoy yourself.
This is the simplest thing of all time. I'm happy for Makai Mews. Go get it. You showed out. You made it on the biggest stage. You were able to do so. You did so admirably well. You are quick. You are athletic. You can go ahead and have a great time. I'm happy for him. You should be too, dog fan.
Absolutely.
Legitimately happen. And if I'm him and I'm a team that gets him, he's not just going to have some impact, Daniel. He has the opportunity to go and be focal point of an offense somewhere he goes.
He has speed and quickness that a lot of people on the major college football Power 5 level do not have. So again, he didn't have a future in this offense.
No.
Special teams, yes, he was a great special teams player, but he didn't have a future in this offense. He wants to play offense, not just special teams. And yeah, he's got a chance to really contribute. I mean, he finds himself up at Syracuse.
That's
Clint.
Yo, that's the easiest decision if I'm Makai Mews in the entire
By the way,
world.
what is Fran Brand out here doing just recruiting his butt off already
I'm
at
telling you right now.
Syracuse?
I'm telling you right now. Ask me in 2 years what Army was for me 5, 6, 7 years ago betting, Daniel. Syracuse is going to be my betting favorite in 2 years when Fran Brown gets that thing go. It is.
Syracuse is going to mess around here and start winning some games, y'all. I'm just telling you. It's very interesting. All right, we got another name in the portal, and this one might be a bit of a different feeling for Georgia fans coming up right after this.
But first, we got to talk about PrizePicks. PrizePicks.com/LockedOnCollege. Use promo code LockedOnCollege. First deposit match up to $100. It's the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. Easiest, most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Here's what you do. You don't have to play against
What do you do?
sharks and matrices of algorithms. What you do is you pick a player. You pick a player. Randy, tell me what a matrices of algorithms is.
No.
You pick more or less than a player's stats. They project, they give you a number. So
you say more, you say less.
Jalen Hurts interceptions, more or less. You choose.
Ever since he wore that Alabama jersey, y'all. Ever since you made Jordan Davis wear that Alabama jersey, y'all. What been happening? Gino? Hey, Gino. I know you didn't want to include us on that, Gino, but what's been going on down there?
So maybe what you should do is head on over to PrizePicks and you can go ahead and get multiple different cross-sports platform. Travis Kelce touchdowns and number of times Taylor Swift is mentioned during a game. Hint,
if PrizePicks got a line on that, take the more.
Take the more every single time. Want to play alongside PrizePicks favorite players like Meek Mill, Andrew Schultz. Now you can find a community play under the promos tabs in the app to view the entries from the biggest names in PrizePicks. Right now, head on over. PrizePicks will give you up to $100 match guarantees. Go to prizepicks.com/LockedOnCollege. Use promo code LockedOnCollege. First deposit match up to $100. PrizePicks.com.
Quick question. Does 3-year Letterman, do you think there's props for 3-year Letterman on PrizePicks? Like, could we get some more or less on him at this point?
I would love nothing more than to have that happen.
One more name in the portal, and this one is, well, there's more names in the portal, but we're just one more for today's episode. Let's talk about Xavian Sorey, Clint. Come to find out, Xavian Sorey, obviously the subject of much consternation for Georgia fans because he made a legal tackle on an Alabama football player that was not viewed as such in the game, the SEC championship game. But Xavian Sorey finds himself in the portal. I won't say that it's surprising because we felt like Xavian Sorey was a bit underutilized all year. Felt like these freshman linebackers kind of came in, maybe passed him a little bit. Wasn't really being used on the edge as much as you thought. Yeah. Maybe he would going into this season. Seems to have, a guy like Jalen Walker maybe passed by at his original position, inside backer.
Yep.
Passed by guys like CJ and Wilson, but still has a place on this team because of his ability to rush the passer, his ability to get after the quarterback. As you saw in that SEC championship game, he does that better than anyone else on this roster, bar none. Xavian Sorey, not so much. And so not exactly surprising, Clint.
No.
But I would love your take on this because I'm going to push on you, Georgia fans, a little bit here. This is the point where you need to be willing to not walk the company line, and you need to be willing to say what is really true. And what's really true is this hurts for Georgia. This is a significant loss for Georgia. Now, the company line is everyone who enters the portal is expendable. We don't need them. We don't want them. We're good. We're better off without them. It's good for us that they're going. It's making room for players behind them that are better than them. But guys, that's not true with Xavian Sorey. This is a significant loss for the University of Georgia. It's a significant loss for depth. It's a significant loss for quality of talent on the roster. It's not to say that Georgia doesn't have good players.
No.
It's not to say that Georgia doesn't have enough good players. But, and I don't know how to say this any more clearly than I'm about to, more good players is always better than less good players. Xavian Sorey is a good player.
Good player.
So just stop, Georgia fans. Stop trying to act like this one doesn't hurt. This one hurts. Clint, what are your thoughts on Xavian Sorey?
It hurts because, again, I'm just going to keep on hammering the same old drum that I have been all flipping year. Inside linebacker was a liability for us.
Anyone still arguing that, by the way? Hit us up in the comments if you're still arguing that inside linebacker is fine. Nope, it's just still Alabama fans.
Yep. Oh, no. By the way, thanks
still Alabama fans. We love you.
We do. I'm legitimately saying that. Yep. I am. There's zero sarcasm.
Nope.
It hurts because we need more players, guys. We need more players. And you could say, well, we have everybody behind him. We have all those linebackers, the three-headed monster in recruiting, guys coming up.
Sure. It's great.
Bulls and the like. Okay, that's fantastic.
All those.
Do you want a repeat of this year again? Do you just want to hit repeat on this year's inside linebacking core again? Well, CJ, he's going to have more reps and he's going to be better. And clearly, Smile Mondon, he's going to have more in there. And are you sure about that? Are you willing to bet this defense that predicates itself on having very fast, athletic, scraping linebackers to make plays on this just in athletic, running, offensive players? And somebody who is athletic, lean, quick, and fast, he had bad eyes and horrible discipline this entire year. I'm not refuting that. But if you're telling me I want more lotto tickets to hit in the offseason with more coaching and more speed training,
thank you.
That's what you do with coaching and with an offseason. You get the guys in the program, you get more reps, you get them disciplined, and you can have people make huge leaps. Now, inside linebacker is one of those positions in which you don't know who's going to pop when they do. Okay, Monty Rice, still a fantastic inside linebacker for Georgia. He doesn't flash all over the place, but he was really sound and he popped when he needed to. You're looking at all the linebackers Georgia's had come through. You telling me you knew Tyndall was going to go ahead and blow up like that? Did you know that, Georgia?
Not till his senior year. Not till his senior year did we get that out of him.
You didn't know that.
No.
Nor did I.
No.
It hurts, Daniel.
It does hurt because he is a Channing Tindall. He's a Channing Tindall type of guy. Now, he doesn't have that body or skill set. That's not what I'm saying. But that's what you sort of always thought he could be. A guy that hangs around, develops, and boom, he gets it. And he might still be that. The issue is he's going to be that for another team. And it's good for him. Happy for him. It's not good for Georgia. So if you're a Georgia fan, stop trying to pretend like everything is sunshine and rainbows all the time. It is that Georgia lost a great player in the portal, and that's just about all there is to it. It's not great. He didn't necessarily project as a starter, as you said, at inside backer. I think, we kind of know who those guys are moving forward, based on who comes back next year. From the two guys and then the two freshmen, but it is a key piece of depth that Georgia loses, and another opportunity of a guy to develop that we will not have. That's it for today's episode. We've got much more to discuss. There's news happening every single day. It's impossible to stay on top of it all, but we will be here to talk about it with you. And so thanks for subscribing, for downloading, for being a part of the show, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
See you.